Let's transition to a matchup that's going to be played at Lambeau Field Sunday night on NBC. It's the 8-3 Kansas City Chiefs traveling to Green Bay to take on the 5-6 Green Bay Packers. The Chiefs are favored by 6 points. It's an 8:20 p.m. kickoff. The over-under for this matchup is 46.5. So, when I look at this matchup, this is Mahomes' first game playing at Lambeau Field. So I'm excited about that. See Patrick Mahomes at the frozen tundra, playing on the frozen tundra, rather. I'm definitely excited about that. But when I look at the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously Patrick Mahomes is their star quarterback and their leader. So far this season, Patrick Mahomes, 21 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 2,917 passing yards. He's completing 68% of his passes. I thought last week against the Raiders, the Chiefs actually struggled in the first quarter of that game last week. In that game last week, the Raiders, they had a 7-0 lead going into the second quarter. They even scored a touchdown in the early part of the second quarter, a Josh Jacobs touchdown run. So the Raiders were up 14-0 on the Chiefs. And then Patrick Mahomes started balling. He's played at a high level. And I thought last week they did a great job getting the receiver, Rashee Rice, in the mix. They got him in the mix last week. He had 8 receptions for 107 receiving yards, 1 touchdown. And that's what Andy Reid and the Chiefs have been looking for all season long. They've been looking for that consistent receiver that Mahomes can rely on to help him win football games alongside Travis Kelce. And they found that in Rashee Rice. And Andy Reid is one of the best coaches in the NFL offensively. He's one of the best coaches at being able to utilize different pieces in his offense and make them be effective. So keep an eye on Rashee Rice. He had a great performance against the Raiders in Week 12. And I think he's going to be an X factor in this Chiefs offense as the season goes along. We've been talking about how the Chiefs has been so inconsistent at receiver. Questions have been about like which receiver is going to step up. Is it going to be Sky Moore? Is it going to be Justin Watson? Is it going to be Kadarius Toney, Richie James? I think Rashee Rice made a case for him to be the X factor in this offense and be the receiver that Mahomes can depend on as we get into December football and close to the playoffs. Obviously, defensively, the Chiefs are led by defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. And this Chiefs defense has been the best defense that Patrick Mahomes has ever played with. Look at some of their defensive ranks. They're ranked 4th in the NFL in total yards given up. They rank 3rd in the NFL in 177 passing yards per game. They only give up 17 points per game. That's ranked 3rd. You look at their personnel defensively up front, you obviously got Chris Jones. At linebacker, you got Willie Gay. In that secondary, you got Justin Reed. You got Brian Cook. You got Trent McDuffie. Chiefs defense is playing at a high level. Now, when you flip to the other side, Jordan Love has been playing some great football over the last few weeks. I thought last week against the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving, Jordan Love was sensational in that game. In that matchup, Jordan Love, 22 of 32, 268 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, quarterback rating of 125. He had a great performance. And then even in week 11 against the Chargers, he had a nice performance as well. 27 of 40, 322 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He's starting to play the quarterback position better. He's playing better. And I think this Packers offense is starting to click. They really, really are starting to click. They're not going to have Aaron Jones in this matchup. But, at receiver, you still got Christian Watson, who had a great performance against the Lions last week. You still got Romeo Doubs. You still got Jaden Reed as well. Okay? Tucker Kraft is going to get the start at tight end. Musgrave will be out in this matchup. So Packers offense is starting to play better. They really, really are. And Matt LaFleur is happy about the way that they're playing. He's happy about the way they're playing. So it's going to be a great matchup. Obviously, the Chiefs are the better football team. I hope my Packers can pull off the upset, but I think it's going to be a tall order for this Packers team to beat the Chiefs the way that their defense is currently playing and how Patrick Mahomes is still able to play at a high level. So with that being said, I'm going to roll with the Chiefs to beat the Packers at Lambeau Field Sunday night. I'm going Chiefs 31, Packers 24.